Alrighty guys, here we are with Tanti. Dude, take me through the day. It was good.
Yeah, it started pretty tough for me. I probably had my worst qualifying session this year. But we turned it around. We made a few changes in Super Pole and P3. Probably my worst Super Pole this year as well. But you know, top 3 gate pick. I'm happy with that going into the motos, and yeah, really put my head down going in to the first race. I didn't get the best of starts, and yeah, I fought to the front and just rode a really strong race. And yeah, same thing in Moto 2. The gate drop caught me misguarded because they held it.
They held that for so long.
Bro, the first one,
yeah,
they held the first one for massively long, and then the second one I didn't even have my throttle on yet because I was waiting for them to hold 10 seconds, and the gate dropped on 4 seconds. So off to another average start, but you know, I got up the front quick. I'm really good at making them moves around the first few corners, and know how to put my bike where it needs to be. And yeah, rode a solid race the whole race and just managed it from start to finish. And yeah, got my first 1-1 and backed it up and got a 26-point lead now. So
dude, 26-point lead, it's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I gotta ask you this question. It's one we get all the time, and it's whether the red plate has any heaviness about it, whether it's got anything attached to it. You went out there today, dude, and it looked like another ride in the park for you. Is it anything to it?
Oh man, it honestly, like, getting it at the halfway mark was probably the best thing. That's where you want to pick up the red plate and you know, keep going towards the end of the season. Like, you want to be, you know, peaking towards the end, and that's what I'm doing. And you know, it obviously comes with the pressure, but I like it. I'm handling it well, and you know, that all comes to the good team behind me and my mental space. It's just everyone's good around me, so it helps. And looking forward going into these last 3 rounds. And
just quietly, it looks really good. The red looks good on that bike.
It also looks good. That's why I want to keep it. So
absolutely. Alrighty, Tanti, that's a wrap here from Maitland.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alrighty, Joel Evans, round number 5 here at Maitland. Dude, how's the day?
It was rough for me, honestly. I did not gel with the track all day. Last year I struggled with it as well. It's just like concrete underneath. Like, it looks like there's ruts and stuff that you can bank off of, but it's just like polished concrete underneath the ruts. So I just could not get a feel. I'm someone who rides off feel a lot, and I think I qualified 14th, 13th first moto, 10th second moto, but 9th overall. So 13-10 for 9th isn't too bad.
Talking about the track as well, hard to pass? Was it just, like, you know, talking about that in practice qualifying, it looks slick on top but a hard base. So that, what you just said then explains how it is. What was that like with the track forming up for qualifying?
Yeah, it definitely made it hard to pass, because I think you, like, straight away, as soon as you went to get on the gas to try to get aggressive and pass someone, you'd end up lighting up, getting sideways and making a mistake. Whereas if you sort of were patient, kept that roll speed, you could do it, but then it's like just trying to get the tyres to bite in and not tuck. So I don't know, I'm probably not the best person to ask about like how to make a pass with it, because I was struggling all day to get any sort of feel. But last moto I did turn it around. I think I started just about last and come through to 10th, so
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Rocky, next weekend you're heading up, is that right?
Yeah, man. Yep.
What do you got planned this week? And do some riding on the way, or?
Yeah, so next 3 days I got coaching. Every day I'm coaching just up the road from here, then Gundawindi and Chinchilla. So I'm pretty busy the next 3 days coaching, but then try to get a ride in around Gympie area, I think Thursday, and then straight up to Rocky. So
absolutely. Well, that's that's a wrap here at Maitland.
Yeah, let's
awesome.
do it.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Alrighty guys, here we are, round 5 in Maitland. Jai Constantino. Dude, how was your day? You're wearing a yellow cap. That usually means good things.
Yeah, I'm stoked to wear the yellow cap finally, even though it's only in a moto, but still, you know, it's been a tough, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a really tough start to the season, and yeah, just with a few numerous issues and stuff, but we've been working really hard all year, and yeah, it was nice to finally put myself up front in a moto and yeah, I don't know, actually ride some clean laps.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, that track, dude, it looks pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it was really gnarly. Like, the first moto, I just put myself in mid-pack of the start, went down twice, and that was the difference between a good start and a bad start. Moto 2, I was like 8th or something, and yeah, you just had to be really precise with where you put your wheels, and yeah, it was quite tricky, but yeah, it took a lot of mental focus. It was just one of those tracks that you just had to be on edge at all times.
What about qualifying this morning? How'd the track form up? It looked like it took a little while to form up.
Yeah, qualifying was interesting. It was just sort of moving everywhere, like it was a sloppy sort of rut, so there wasn't too much security to those lines, but I had my best qualifying of the year so far, which still wasn't great. It was 7th, but you know, progress is progress, and it is, yeah, happy with it.
Absolutely. Well, on to Coffs Harbour now, a few weeks away. What do you got planned in the off weeks? Program as normal?
Yeah, program is normal. Like, yeah, my riding's been really good, I feel, and I can always be better, but it's just, yeah, just need to put my work on the starts and putting myself up front where I should be and just riding the laps like I know how to.
Absolutely. Alrighty, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, guys. Jesse Dobson, round 5. Here we are, Maitland. Dude, how's your day?
Day wasn't too bad. Ended up 2nd overall, which is pretty positive for me. This year's been pretty rough. I feel like I've had the speed and everything, but I've been forced to the issue too much, and I've had some misfortunes, like with my injury on my shoulder. And yeah, I feel like I'm getting back to 100% now. That second race, I had to work really hard. I made a mistake in the second turn trying to be a hero and send it in there. And sorry to the boys that I accidentally took down because there was a bit of a pile up. But yeah, I ended up getting back to 2nd. Tried to chip away at Wilson, but yeah, he's riding really good at the moment. So we'll just keep working hard. Massive thanks to my whole Circo Yamaha team. They've been putting in a lot of effort to try and get me back to where I want to be, and where we should be is at the pointy end of the field. So we're getting there. Looking forward to these next rounds, and yeah, it should be good.
Hey, talking about the track real quickly, what's it like for passing? It looks like it's funneling into one line where you potentially have to have a dive.
Yeah, so it was pretty hard to pass today just because there were some spots where they really overwatered and it was really wet, and then so other spots weren't ripped that deep, and I feel like they didn't have enough water in the dirt itself, so it was a little bit pumpy. It did have some options. You just had to go searching and open up the track. I managed to pass a few people in that second moto, which is a good thing. It's a little bit tricky, but it's always going to be like that when you overwater it a little bit. So yeah, it was a tough day, but tough day to pass, but overall, good day for me.
Final question I've got for you is, we're seeing in the MX2 class a lot of injuries starting to come. Do you think it's from these big gaps we have between the rounds? 4 weeks between rounds, a lot of bike time, it drags it out. Is that a reason you think?
Yes and no. Injuries come with the sport. It's the way it is. I've had my injuries at the start of the year. I come in with torn meniscus and I had to get that cut out, and then I dislocated my shoulder at Albury. Bailey hurt himself at Gilman, and then a couple other people have been hurt during the week and stuff like that. But I don't think it's the big gaps. I think injuries come with the sport. It's the way it is, and we're all really trying to push the edge at the moment to try and get Wilson. We're all, that's our goal. We're really trying hard. So yeah, it just injuries come and crashes come from pushing. So I don't think it's necessarily the big gaps between. I'm not overly a fan of the big breaks between each round. I'd prefer to smash it out, but yeah, no, I don't think it's from that. It just comes with the sport, the injuries too.
Alrighty guys, Jesse Dobson on to Coffs Harbour. Alrighty guys, here we are, round number 5. Maitland, Rhys Budd, dude, how was your day?
It's a tough one today. 7-6 moto results. It doesn't look good on paper, but as I said, I started both motos in last, so unfortunately 2 second turn incidents. Started last place both motos, charged through, set some of the fastest times, coming through the pack. So it sucks to finish in those results, and I believe I should be on the podium today, but it is what it is. Keep my head high, take lots of positives out of it today, and we'll move on to round 6 and hopefully have some more good speed like this.
Hey, take me through race number 2, that start. What happened? Did you just get pushed wide or boxed? What really happened?
Actually, the start wasn't too bad. I think I come out of the first turn in 3rd or 4th place, so not too bad actually. Just coming into that second turn, it got a little bit hairy with a couple of riders, and unfortunately one of them made a mistake and popped out of a run and T-boned me. Just a racing incident, so it's a bit unfortunate. So hopefully next round we can get out of the second turn nice and clean.
Absolutely. On to round number 6, back up our way.
Not too far.
We'll see you there.
Thank you.
Righty guys, here at Maitland, round 5, walking the pits, running into Nathan Crawford. Dude, how's it going? How's the comeback coming? I've heard plenty of riding and looking fast.
Yeah, going all right, honestly. Like, I'm well ahead of the game. Baseline femur injuries in nearly 6 months. So what am I think I'm just a touch over 3 months, and I've been back on the bike for probably nearly 4 weeks, I'd say. First few weeks were pretty cruisy. And then the last couple of weeks I've been really building up to, what I think is a pretty respectable sort of level. I was actually predicted to race this weekend here in Maitland, and unfortunately I got put to a stop on Tuesday this week, so I was almost there, but we're definitely going to be in for Coffs Harbour and the last 2 Queensland rounds, so that's going to be awesome. It'd be good to finally get a race in for the team. They've been awesome and really understanding, and they've honestly just sort of let me do my thing and get better, and obviously we're all itching to get back on the track, and we're almost there. So next round we'll be there at Coffs Harbour and hopefully going for it.
Absolutely, moving back up to Queensland, that's in your wheelhouse. Expectations for you coming back on the motorcycle? What's your expectation?
Mate, I'm going out there to give this team what they deserve. I want to put the bike up front straight away. Will it happen? We're just gonna have to wait and see. But I'm going to be doing everything I can to make sure I'm getting podiums by Coolum. I've only got 3 rounds to do it, and that's all good. I'm confident. I'm in a good headspace. I'm putting in the work. So I just want to give this team what they deserve and put the bike up in the front end of the field.
Absolutely, guys. Alrighty, that's an update from Nathan Crawford. Alrighty, guys. Dylan Wills, round number 5 here at Maitland. Dude, how was the day? Take me through it.
It was a tough one. Definitely tough to cop on the chin. I think we had the speed to be podium guys. I threw it away in that first one in a good spot. I think Wilbur was riding really well, really smart, but I fancied my chances at maybe making a run for the win in that moto, or if not being P2. I think we were riding pretty good. Second moto, run into a little technical issue that we're not quite sure what that is yet. So we'll get back and work that out. But it's hard. Like I'd rather leave like this. It might sound weird, but I'd rather leave like this. Knowing that I've got the speed rather than just having a shit day.
Well, that's exactly right. So up the front, getting that fresh air, that gives you some self-belief that you can do this. You've just proved it to yourself twice. The riding doesn't replicate the result. The riding is way better. Does that give you some sort of positive to take from the day?
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. It's better than just leaving and thinking, you're not good enough. I think I showed that, I've got the speed, got the, maybe not the smarts right now to win races, but, that's all just stuff that you come from learning riding at the front with those guys. So, I learn a lot. In hindsight, probably shouldn't have pushed to try and get that move back on Wilbur so soon, but, that's racing, that's what we do, and you just learn from it.
Absolutely. Alrighty, guys, that is Dylan Wills from Maitland.